Hi everyone. Today we are looking at quadratic equations and quadratic functions. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to solve a question like that. Okay, so well, all of you will know that this is a completing the square kind of question, right? All right, they want you to complete the square and then after that use whatever information that you have to sketch a graph. Now, but how do you do it when they have a minus here, right? Because if it's positive, it will never cause us any problem, but it's always a negative. You get what I'm trying to say? All right. So what you're going to do first is this, right? I tell my students, okay, when you are solving a question like that, the first thing you want to ask yourself is, can I remove away the minus? Can I remove away the minus? Yes. Why is it a yes? Because of this, right? I can factorize the minus. When I factorize the minus, that means to say I take out the minus. Okay, when I factorize the minus means I take out the minus. So this is what I'm going to do for this part. Okay, I'm going to factorize the minus, and you see the moment I factorize the minus, see for yourself, you realize my bracket was added. I apologize, this should be plus. Can you see that my boxy bracket is added? Can you see it? Okay, so that is the difference. You understand what I'm saying or not? If it's a positive one, right? If it's a positive quadratic equation, let's say for example something like that, right? What would you do? You won't even care about factorizing anything. You get what I'm trying to say? So you don't even do it, right? But because this has a negative here, you want to factorize it. So you factorized it already, and then you basically take out the minus, right? Then after that, what you're going to do is now you're going to move on to your second step, which is to complete the square. Make sense? Make sense or don't make sense? Okay, so when it is positive, you see, when it is positive, there's nothing I need to do. I jump straight into complete the square. When it is negative, you factorize first, then you go for complete the square. You understand? So there is an extra step for negative because negative confuses people a lot. Okay, so we're going to focus on this. We're going to complete the square over here. All right, so I'm just going to color code everything. When I complete the square, you see what happens is that I'm just going to focus on as per usual. All right, so you can see over here, all right, you get to bracket 3 over 2 squared, and then after that you minus away 3 over 2 squared, and then after that you plus 4, and then you bracket, and then you close the bracket using a boxy bracket. You understand or don't understand? Then after that, like I always tell my students, I say, guys, focus on this part over here. This part over here, we are going to use something called special identity. And the second half, right? The second half is where we will simply just solve lah. All right. So over here, I'll just put solve lah. Okay, just solve lah. Okay. Now, the minus how don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. Isolate it first. Isolate it first. Okay. It is put it in the fridge first. Am I making sense? Now, what is going to happen now is we are going to focus our eyes or fix our eyes on the first part, right? Which is the special identity. You can see that this basically just becomes x plus 3 over 2 squared. Or well, you can in fact just say 1 over 2. Or if you want, you can also say 1.5 squared. Make sense? Okay, then you are going to focus on the second half, right? Where's the second half? You can focus on the second half, whereby you just solve lah. Just solve lah basically means you can just press your calculator. Am I making sense or not making sense? Now, from here itself, what you will get is simply just basically plus 1.75. If any of you think that this is the answer, right? Unfortunately, I have to tell you that this is wrong. Why is that so? Because over here, you have forgotten the minus. You understand what I'm saying? The minus needs to be invited back. How can you, there's a funny story, right? Whereby, the elephant one, I don't know if you remember, right? The elephant was still in the fridge when all of the animals went for the party. I don't know if you remember that joke. Okay. But anyways, yes, do not miss out the minus. Can you stop here? Do you stop here? No, you don't. You get what I'm trying to say? According to the answer, you see the answer itself, right? They do not have any. What happens is that the minus is very near to x. Am I making sense? Okay, so what you want to do is you want to just solve this part. Now what you want to do is ask yourself what happens to this minus is gets spewed into this. Am I making sense? So when it gets spewed into this, right, it becomes minus bracket x plus 1.5 squared. And not only gets spewed into that, it also gets spewed into this. Am I making sense? Which explains why this becomes minus 1.75. Is this something that you can understand? All right, and that's the reason, all right, that is the real reason why is it that your answer will basically be this, and this is your answer for this question.